Social Zoom Factor, episode 287.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Email, SMS, chatbots, live chat, all of them in a single tool. Oh, we actually aren't done with the list yet. Visitor tracking, CRM, push notifications, and all that boosted by automations. You get the idea, right? Trying to integrate everything into a business can make a marketer go crazy. But User.com is here to stop this nightmare, and at a lower price than its competitors. User.com is a full stack marketing machine, and now is offering a special for Social Zoom Factor listeners of 50% off for 6 months, regardless of plan. Plus, the first 10 to register will receive a free consultation with a User.com marketing automation expert. Go visit try.user.com/Pam to get your deal and start turning each visitor into a happy customer. Again, that is try.user.com/Pam. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today we are talking about 3 reasons that businesses fail when it comes to digital, social, content marketing, any type of modern marketing. This is going to be a pretty quick podcast. Let's go ahead and dig right in. Now, as most of you probably know by now, we have been in the industry. I've been in the industry personally for 25 years. So I was a marketing entrepreneur geek from when I can remember riding my Huffy bike and my pink skateboard at the age of 7 in my first, I remember in 5th grade where we had the class where we got to become entrepreneurs, and I sold popcorn. And I mean, I had a whole franchise business going in my neighborhood selling salamanders, and I'd get all the kids in my neighborhood gathered up and they'd help me gather the salamanders, and then I'd go sell them to the pet store. So I've been doing business and marketing since I can remember. I started programming in high school, wound up with a double major of marketing and business and communications. And so I love the world of marketing. And I spent 15 years working in corporate America. And then I ventured out on my own for my own business about 10 years ago. And the main reason that I started my company is I knew that I could be more help to more people and more businesses on the outside. And I saw on the inside the techniques and strategies that I was implementing, and no matter where I worked, that they were driving massive impact, and they were changing the way that companies approached marketing. And it was things that to me seem so simple. It's like, why don't we slow down to plan? Why aren't we stopping random acts of marketing? Why aren't we focusing on our audience? Why aren't we all working together for one common goal and to really understand our audience and figure out how to build authority in an industry and a niche where we can I was doing social media before there was ever anything called social media. We were building massive communities that had, major impact on our business. So I've seen it all, whether you're working in a Fortune, 50 brand, or whether you're a tiny entrepreneur. I can't say I've experienced exactly what you're experiencing right now, but I likely have experience with some of the pain or success that you may be feeling. I've had the highest highs and the lowest of lows. And so here are the 3 things that I have seen of why businesses fail with digital marketing. And we have our agency Marketing Nuts. We service brands of all sizes. So from tiny entrepreneurs up to Fortune 10 brands. And I don't care how big or small your company is, you all have the same problems. Number 1 reason that people fail with digital and social marketing is a lack of planning. And I don't blame this all on you, okay? Because there are a lot of people in our industry that still to this day. I saw a podcast and a blog post the other day where somebody was saying, digital and social marketing is free. It's not free. It takes your greatest and most valuable asset, which is time. And so because you have all these crazy, loud voices in your head of people telling you how fast and easy it is to get online, just hop online. Facebook is free. TikTok is free. Instagram is free. Twitter's free. LinkedIn's free. You don't need to plan. Just throw everything up. Wrong. Number one reason that people fail is they're not planning. They're not planning because they're not taking it serious. The amount of effort that it actually takes to be successful. And I'm not wanting to overcomplicate this for you. I'm not wanting to scare you. You don't need to spend the next 3 months just thinking about your plan. You need to be having a parallel tracks where you are learning, doing some social listening, where you're exploring, things that if you're already online, you're looking at what are you doing right? What are you doing wrong as you are optimizing your plan? If you haven't been online, and given where the economy is right now, we're working with a few brands where they are not online. They may be a 50-year-old company that's trying to get online and now sell their services online. They're not going to get there overnight by just flipping a switch and saying, okay, I can't do in-person events anymore. So now I'm going to flip the switch and I want to have a multi-million-dollar business overnight. I can just go do that digitally, correct? The answer is no. We have to slow down to speed up. We can get there quick, but we need to have a plan. So what does it mean when we talk about having a plan? What it means is that you know why you're doing what you're doing. What does success look like for you? So when you are building out your plan and you're thinking about how will I know when I'm successful? What are the goals that I want to achieve? And the biggest mistake I see when people are setting goals is they're setting either too big of goals or they're setting too many goals. And so you want to narrow your focus. And yes, there are a lot of things that we can do with digital and social media today and content marketing that can help us achieve our goals. There are a lot of things that could become better in our business from taking the right steps digitally. But we can't do all those things at one time, okay? Unless you have a ton of money and a ton of resource to apply to those efforts. So when you're planning, you want to think about what are the goals that you can focus on that are measurable and that can be aligned to digital and social marketing and that can have the highest impact on your business. So maybe you need to focus on customer satisfaction. Maybe that's where you have a problem. So you could leverage social media to serve your customers. Maybe you need more traffic. You need more leads. You need more sales. That could be your focus. Maybe you want to deliver your products digitally. That could be your first step, is to build out that delivery platform. Maybe you're wanting to decrease the amount of time it takes you to close a sale. You could nurture relationships with social media. So you need to figure out what are your goals and then know what success looks like. You need to define, what are those key performance indicators that are going to help you measure success, because this leads us to the number 2 reason that businesses fail with social and digital marketing is a lack of patience. Okay. They don't take time to ever become successful. And usually this also stems from number 1, which is a lack of planning. So they start throwing digital and social content spaghetti at these virtual walls, hoping that it's going to stick. They get a few months into it, could be, a few $1,000s or $50,000, $100,000 later, they're thinking, wow, this did not work. And I just wasted a lot of time and money. So social and digital will never work for my business. Wrong. You just never properly planned. And maybe is going to take you longer than what you think it's going to take you. So that's why you need to have those goals up front so you can set the proper expectations, not only with yourself, but with your team. And if you are working in a role where you're trying to get people on board with your plan, I encourage you to check out some of the recent episodes that I did about getting that budget approved. And you can also go download my white paper that will help you with the exact steps to get your digital and marketing budget approved. You can grab it at pam.online/budget, and that will help you get that social marketing and digital marketing budget approved by taking the right steps to get people on board with your plan. But make sure you check out those other episodes where I walk you through those exact steps you need. So success online, it requires patience. It takes you time to not only strategize and set those goals, but to build out your technical platform and your brand and decide how you're going to present yourself to the world, as well as how you are going to build authority, connecting with other influencers in your industry. All those things are going to take time. So you need to plan. Make sure you're doing the right things. You need to have patience to make sure you're setting proper goals and timeframes and milestones, that you're giving yourself enough time to succeed and you have those realistic expectations. And then number 3 reason that businesses fail is they are not aligned to audience needs. And I see this in almost every client, honestly, we've worked with. There have been very few clients that really have an audience first marketing approach nailed. And what we mean by this is you need to know and have prioritized who you are serving, who you want to serve, who are your dream customers? Who are the customers that you serve the best? Who are the customers that when you work with them, you are just excited? Like you have mutual value and you have mutual joy, and they are as excited to work with you as you are to work with them. You need to have an audience first marketing strategy. And in episode 284, I did a newbies audience marketing in a nutshell guide for you to really dig into that. But you need to not only be developing customer profiles where you're looking at, if you're in a B2B scenario, what is that customer profile of the organization that you best serve, as well as buyer personas are for everybody, whether it's B2B, B2C. Who are those people that actually are making that buying decision, whether it's an enterprise hardware software service or whether it's an ice cream cone? Who is your dream customer? You need to know that. And you can grab my free buyer persona worksheet at pam.online/mybuyer. And then check out my 5-day buyer persona virtual training camp, which is a 5-day buyer persona boot camp. And in 5 days, in less than an hour a day, you will develop your customer profiles, your buyer personas, have those refined and prioritized and ready to rock your marketing and your content. So you need that as a foundation. So to summarize, you need your plan, your goals, your objectives. You need to have patience, and you need to make sure that every single thing you are doing is aligned to the needs of your audience. Because if you are not aligned to the needs of your audience and you're not attracting, inspiring, connecting, and building relationships with your dream customers, it's all for nothing. I mean, you can have the best plan in the world. You can be as patient as, the best grandma or grandpa in the world sitting there on their rocking chair. But if you are not aligned to the right audience of the people who actually are going to buy your product, it's all for nothing if your goal is to sell your product or service. So there you have it in a nutshell. I hope this was helpful for you. I wish you the best of success. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to zoom your business and zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.